Avril, how are you?
Good morning.
Nice to see you.
It's noon.
How are you finding being back?
It's amazing. It's like bringing back like all these really good memories. And I'm in Canada. And so this is where we just kicked off the Bite Me tour. Walking out on stage and I'm seeing like everyone's faces and they're just like lit up and they're stoked and they're like there to party and have a good time. So that like energy is like rubbing off on me and like the show's been amazing.
Can I ask you about Love Sux?
Yeah, we're mic'd up. You can ask me about whatever you want.
Okay, I'll get you to pick my lotto numbers in a second and I'll ask you about the weather. Interesting title, and it's a great record. Like, I really love listening to it. Talk to me a little bit about the headspace you need to be in for a record to be written and titled Love Sux.
So Love Sux was one of the first songs that I wrote for the album, and it was how I was feeling that day. And that week, at that point in my life, I was just feeling like, okay, I need a minute. I need a break. I'm a little burnt out on love right now. And I had a lot of time in the pandemic to like reflect on my life in love and like things I'd gone through and all the crazy things it's put me through. And it felt very like, all right, we're going to tap into this and have some fun with it. And the songs have a sense of humor. So like Love Sux is like, not another breakup. When I think of you, I just want to throw up. Lying in my bed, why does love suck? Because that's how you feel sometimes when you're like going through it in love. You feel like you're going to barf. So I just wrote about it.
Don't look so innocent. This was no accident. You planned this in the end and now it's over.
Truthfully, before I started the album, like I had gone through like a gnarly breakup that like really did take a toll on me. And like I like had held on to that, and so like a lot of the stuff was pulled from that. And then some of it wasn't. Some of it was just like, all right, this is fun. This is what love does to us.
Because it's like there's breakup songs that are I'm so sad that we broke up. And then there's that song which is I'm so sad we broke up, but you missed out on something.
Yeah.
Like, I like to come through a breakup song with a sense of self-worth is meaningful. It's interesting to me, Avril, you know?
Yeah, it was pretty easy to say like when someone messed up, it's just another way of being like, okay, I'm the one who got away and you know it and I know it. Forever and ever, you're going to wish I was your wifey.
Could you have imagined that you'd still be doing all of this 20 years into your career?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
What do you mean?
That's all I wanted. Always in my head thought how like Madonna had been doing music her whole life. Like, and I just was like, I feel like I'll do that like my whole life. So I was saying on stage the other night, I was like, this is a special year. It marks the 20th anniversary from my first album, Let Go. And I was like, yo, it's so crazy, 20 years, but I'm still like young. And I was like,
yeah,
I got another 20 left in me.
Yeah, man, I bet. Like,
yeah.
You know, because you were like 16 when you got signed, and you were 17 when Let Go came out.
Yes. Yeah.
What kind of kid knows then that they're gonna like this is gonna be my life?
I didn't even know like what Hollywood was and record deals. And I was from a tiny little town in Napanee, Ontario, and like I didn't even know it was a possibility, but like I felt it in my body that like that was something I was going to do and I wanted to do. And I remember thinking like, well, I better hurry up.
What is it like to go from playing on like church halls in Napanee to like a couple of years later being globally famous with the biggest record in the world? Like what is that like?
Yeah, so crazy. One of my first shows was in Vancouver, and I remember like at that show being in my dressing room and like peeking out of the window and seeing like a line of people coming into the show, and they were all dressed like me in like neckties and the white tank top and the black eyeliner, and I was like, what? And it was just like, it was crazy. Everything happened really fast. New cities, new countries, first time shooting a video, first time like seeing like being at an award show, first time, everything. And it was just like, wow, oh my God, total dream come true. I can't pinch me. I can't believe this is happening.
It sounds unbelievable. Like,
Yeah. And it's crazy because now I'm on tour and I'm like jumping up on stage and it's just, I feel like myself. Like when I'm up on stage, I'm like, oh, okay, this is me. And like when I'm making music, shooting videos, I'm like, this is what I truly love to do.
It's an interesting time to be you, man. Like, you know, not everybody in 20 years into their career has new fans coming out to see them all the time.
Yeah.
Fans who weren't even born when
Yeah.
that first record came out.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets to have this opportunity.
Yeah,
you know?
I know I'm at this like crazy point in my career where like, I don't know, it's like younger people are discovering me too, like a different generation. And like, yeah, it's like gnarly. I feel like really stoked to be making music. I feel like really grateful. I think that it's rare and I know that, and it's very special and unique. And I definitely think that every day.
Like, let me close off with a sort of a hard question, right? It's like I saw the video of you and what?
You scared me. You're like, okay, here's a hard question.
No, not a hard question. It's not math or anything, Avril. It's just
okay, as long as it's not math.
I can't do any math. Look at me.
Hook me up in the calculator.
Does this look like a math face to you? No, it's not a math face. It's about why these songs have lasted as long as they did, right? Like, you know, like the other night you performed Complicated with Olivia Rodrigo on stage. Why do you think those songs have lasted as long as they have? Why do you think those songs from that first record have meant so much to so many people for so long?
Like the songs were authentic, but I think they were well written. I would spend a lot of time just like talking about what I was going through as like a young teen, and like I put that stuff into those emotions into my music. And there was like, as a young teen, there was a lot of like angst, and you're feeling like new emotions for the first time and going through shit you haven't gone through before, and like having crushes for the first time. And it was like all that went into my music, and it was like real and authentic. And I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah. I think that being genuine when everyone was telling you to not be in the early days, and then your career takes off because you were genuine. That's the lesson there. Hey, nice to meet you.
You too.
Thanks for coming and talking to me in the press room for the Toronto Marlies.
It's cool. Thank you.
Congrats on the new record too.
For the interview.